This is Anderson Pens Podcast, episode 293 for Wednesday, October 24th, 2018. This is Brian.
Good for you. This is Lisa.
Thanks for joining us in Studio 112C.
I know. I'm so excited. We are in the new digs.
This is like huge.
This room is pretty much set up and organized. The rest of the space is working. We're working on it.
So
awesome. Go.
So we just I just got back from the Michigan Pen Show, and we thought we would just this week maybe we highlight a couple of how do you want to call these?
Classics.
Oldies but goodies.
Yeah. Sure.
First up, we managed to procure.
Ooh, I love that word.
I know it's a great word, isn't it? Actually, first up, see, I almost forgot.
Hey, Lisa.
You were
Lisa.
What do you?
Oh my God, that's so funny that you almost forgot.
Eric just asked me 20 seconds ago, what do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
I don't know.
A stick. Right? It doesn't, it's a stick.
You know, it's not quite as funny if you have to explain it.
It's funny. Trust me on that one. All right, anyway.
Okay. All right,
we procured a couple of items, and by that I mean I walked up to the shelf in Chicago and I pulled some of these out.
That's what procuring means?
That's what procuring means in our neck of the woods. I think you've got some there. The Lucky Orange Montblanc, we had a couple of bottles there, and by the time you hear this, they'll probably be out. But we do have...
Is it like gone, discontinued?
I believe it's gone. I'm trying to get confirmation on that. That's a nice color, and we do have...
I know, it's really happy. We do have cartridges.
You have some cartridges.
Here, let me do the Brian.
It's almost as funny as my joke. Almost.
Wow. Wow. All right, then. You can make your own dinner. I love this color. This is a gorgeous, rattly. It's a really happy, bright orange. So if you're looking for something to use over the winter when it's all gloomy, this is your color.
It's a good fall color.
It is.
It's a good color. So
absolutely.
I love that.
How many bottles do we?
Well,
not many.
We got not many. I think we had one left this morning. So.
Do we have one?
Yeah, I believe we do. We have two. I believe
All right. We have cartridges though.
I don't think we don't ever save cartridges.
Okay.
We're gonna start saving cartridges.
I should get some cartridges because that's a great color.
You hop to. Next up, we thought we would revisit kind of one of our favorites. I know this is one of your favorite pens. I remember when we got your first Pilot Falcon.
Yes, I got the metal Falcon.
You got the metal in the sapphire.
And I really agonized. I really agonized over whether or not to get the metal Falcon in the sapphire or the red.
Well, the red came later.
I know, but I didn't get mine right away anyway. So, and I don't actually use it all that much because we use it as a tester at shows. So it's gone from my desk more than it's there.
Yeah, and these have these soft nibs, and that's all they are. And these are not to be confused with the 912 that comes with the FA, sometimes called the Falcon nib. It's a completely different geometry.
Ooh,
but
geometry.
Both of them...
Did you do well in that in school?
I did great in math.
How about trig?
I was very good in trig.
Really?
Yes.
I fell asleep.
Both the... I don't know what we're doing here. Both the 912 and the Falcon both have soft nibs. Now, the Falcon is not as flexible as the 912, but this is a really solid everyday pen that you can get some minor line variation out of. And the better part is the Falcon or the metal Falcon come in soft extra fine, soft medium.
That's your Bob's
and soft
uncle.
Broad. Yeah, Bob's my uncle. Soft medium. I actually have a soft medium and a soft broad at home. Soft broad, not maybe as usable in this instance, but soft extra fine through soft medium.
Okay.
Real nice daily choices. And they come in a variety of colors.
They also work really well if you're not into soft or flex like me.
You can do it every once in a while. If you use a little pressure, it's...
Like the capital L in Lisa.
There you go.
There you go. I got that little swoop down.
Goodness great. What did you put in your coffee?
You know, I have not recovered from the show yet.
We slept all day yesterday.
Well, that's because, I know. Well, you know, we slept on Sunday, and then we were busy on Monday, and then we slept yesterday, so we're still recovering. All right. Anyway.
Pilot Falcons, the plastic version, very inexpensive. Resin, yes. Black with rhodium, black with gold, or the red with rhodium.
I like the red. I like that a lot. If I could do it over.
In the metal,
I'd still take the
you've
blue.
got black with rhodium, sapphire with rhodium, burgundy with rhodium, which is a lovely color. And, you know, kind of the underdog, but I like it, the brown.
I love that color.
The brown's nice.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Now here's a little known trick.
Uh-oh.
The section on the metal and the resin Falcon are identical, so you can swap.
I could switch.
The difference is the metal Falcon takes the Con 70 converter, whereas the resin only fits the Con 40 or the Con 50, or the Con 20 if you like, but it fits the pistons, not the push button 70.
That's weird.
So,
all right.
Pilot Falcon. We also have some paper this week.
We do.
That is kind of seasonal. Leuchtturm Notebooks again.
Yep.
Look at this one. This is cute. What do you put in here? This is what is this?
I can put my passwords in there.
This is the tiny version. I don't know what size it is.
70
by 110 millimeters. You can put passwords in. You're going to get one of those books that has...
I am. We're going to go to Barnes & Noble.
That is insane.
I have this password problem. I can never remember them.
If only you could remember the password to KeyPass.
Not everything's in there. So I'm thinking I get one of those little books at Barnes & Noble that's a password keeper that we laugh at every time we go. But I need something. This is adorable. This would be great for your purse. Does this fit in a man's pocket?
Well, I don't know if it fits here. Actually, look at that. It does.
Oh, look at that.
I had no idea that would fit in there.
Well, look what
There's
you
how
learned.
many pages? 168 numbered pages. So that's the nice thing about the Leuchtturm is they're numbered. So if you're going to do a journal, you're going to do some kind of list making. There's an index, and you can keep track of things a lot easier. And you've got what? You've got emerald there.
I've got the emerald. I really like this color. It's not a deep, deep green emerald. It's more of an aqua, which is really pretty. I just hide behind
I confess I don't actually have a Leuchtturm yet.
Really?
No, I don't have one.
I have the Some Lines a Day in the Nordic blue.
How's that working out for you?
It's covered in dust.
Are you using that?
No, it's covered in dust.
When's the last time you wrote on that?
The second day I got it.
And when was that?
Last year. When they first came out, when we first got them. Leave me alone.
So are you just going to use it until all 5 years are filled up, and then maybe it'll... Let's look number one. Anyway.
They're cool. I
like the covers. They're nice.
I just don't keep track of stuff.
New Year's resolutions coming up. Before you know
Well, I got to write it down. I won't put it in there.
All right.
Leuchtturm are great. I really do, in all sincerity. I love that they are numbered. I love that you've got your little contents in the beginning, because I don't like having to flip through a notebook to find, the 4 pages of this and the 6 pages of that. So these are great.
Okay.
And I love the elastic closure.
Okay.
I hate it when notebooks get jumbled around.
Keep nice and tidy.
Exactly. All right. What else?
Next item actually is kind of a newish product, but I want to make people aware there's been a change.
Oh God, I hate change.
The Platinum Pro Use pencil. And this has been one of my favorite mechanical pencils since it came out, or since we've been carrying this pencil. Since I've seen this, this is one of my favorite pencils. I like the size. I like the girth. I like everything about it.
It comes in 0.3, 0.5, and 0.7.
And I think the thing I like most about it is the 0.3, because there's not a lot of 0.3 options on the market. There are, but not as many as there are, of course, 0.5, 0.7s everywhere.
Okay.
So there has been a little bit of a design change.
That's kind of a big design change.
Yeah, it's a big design change. So the old style is shorter and more stout. The new style is
That's a good word.
Long, slender, and has a more pronounced cap. Everything about this is different. Even the clip is different. The indicator to...
So this is snappy and that's cappy?
Yes,
okay.
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So it has changed, and it's kind of a rolling change. It's just how it is. We have very few of the old style Pro Use pencils left.
So if you like them or you're thinking about them, grab them because we never know what we're going to get from now on.
Yeah, I don't think there are any more left. So when we order them, we'll be getting, and probably sometime next week, we'll have the new thin ones in stock.
The grip on the new one is definitely fatter than the rest of the pen. So if you liked...
It protrudes out.
Ooh, look at you with the big words. If you liked the grip section on the old one, the new one is really not that much smaller. I kind of like it. It's definitely sleeker.
Yeah, it is sleeker. It's got a little bit different balance to it.
Okay.
Top pulls off. Makes a nice little... You know, I haven't done that in a long time.
What? You did it last week.
Anyway, so anyway, design change on the Pro Use. If you like the old style, we only have a few left, and then those will be phased out, and the new ones will be rolling in. So go and grab those now. 3.3, 0.5, and 7. What's up there? And speaking of platinum,
yes,
these are back in stock. We kind of stopped carrying these for a while.
We had the Plaisirs for years, and then I don't know, we just stopped carrying them, trying to try new things. And we now have them back. You know, they really are pretty colors.
The blue's nice.
The blue.
This green is great. I'm in a green phase.
You're wearing orange.
Why aren't you observant today?
Yeah.
I have a green coffee mug.
I love that it's a snap cap. I love that they are decent little writers for the price. Yeah. So it's a good way to get someone into fountain pens without paying a lot of money. But it is a step up from the Preppy, which uses the same nib, but this is definitely an upgrade in the body.
A nice upgraded body. Aluminum barrel.
I like the gun.
You've got a finer medium option on that. Does not come with a converter, but you can obviously get a converter for it too.
Yes.
So quite a rainbow of choices. I don't actually think we even have them all here. We got silver, gunmetal, black, dark blue, violet, pink, red. What is this? What do you call that?
Bally Citrus.
Bally Citrus. I was going to say lime. Gold, and then green, and then I think there's a frost blue, and is there still an orange?
Is this the white?
Yeah, it might be the white. Yeah.
Okay.
Looks silver, but anyway. There's a color choice for whatever your mood, and they're super inexpensive. So
I'm feeling...
You gonna have one? Throw one in your purse?
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Good. All right, so Platinum's here. This week, ask us anything,
or
rapid fire, or whatever this is.
All right.
It says rapid fire on the top, and
do I do it from the top, from the bottom?
I don't think it matters.
Okay, ready?
These are questions from
viewers.
From the Peanut Gallery.
Oh, all right, ready?
I'm ready.
What is the best way to keep an inventory of pens and ink other than using a spreadsheet?
Oh, correct.
A notebook. That way you can write the name of the pen in the ink color, and then you could put, so Platinum Plaisir, J. Herbin.
You know what you could do? You could put them in a Leuchtturm and could put each brand on its own page, so your index could have Pilot on one page.
Well, do you do the pen or do you do the ink brand?
Well, if we're inventorying pens.
It says pens and ink.
Pens and inks. Well, you could do either. You could divide it up. You've got an index, so you could say you could start on page 50 with the inks.
Right.
And I keep mine in I don't really keep it. I used to keep it in a spreadsheet. I don't do that anymore.
Probably a smart move.
It got me in trouble the first time around. So
find it and go, what the heck are you doing?
No, but you could use if you just keep it simple. I used to keep it in a spreadsheet, and it got too complicated. I got day I purchased it, who I purchased it from, how much I paid, what the restoration cost was, what I did with the condition, how much it was worth in a good market and a bad. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, it was too much work to keep track of it.
No comment.
Write it down in a notebook with the ink, and you're good, I think.
Or index cards.
Index cards, yeah.
Or the color rings. That's one way to do it.
Might be a little more difficult than
it might be.
Yeah.
Maybe the color decks, because you've got options.
I would use color rings for the ink, but not the pens. So, all right, hit me. What do you got next?
I am scared to fly with inked pens. What is your experience?
Don't be scared. Just do it.
When's the last time you flew?
You
flew to
Pen
Miami.
Show, yes.
Okay.
And I flew with a whole boatload of pens.
Okay. How many were inked?
20.
Okay. And how'd that go? 25? What the heck are you doing with 25 inked pens?
I have a lot of inked pens.
Well, and you had the testers.
I had the testers, yes.
All right. So what's the deal?
The rule is simple. Don't be. I know a lot of people worry about it because when you fly with an ink pen and it goes bad quickly and messy. It's messy. Completely full or completely empty
is the way to go.
Nothing in between. Just make sure to ink them up the night before, clean them out, and you'll be fine. You really will. Occasionally,
we've had issues when we go to the LA Pen Show and we go through the Rockies.
Same thing.
Apparently, the altitude is enough that it made 1 or 2 pens have a little accident, but really everything came through except for Pilot Metropolitans.
Yeah. If you're worried about it, vac fillers do great.
Because you can turn it off.
Pilot Custom 823, TWSBI Vac, TWSBI Mini Vac, they work great because you can shut them off.
Okay.
But otherwise, completely full or completely empty, if you've been writing with it for a week, just top it off. That's all I say.
Awesome.
You'll be in good shape.
Is Kim still there at Anderson Pens? You know, she had quite the following.
She did, yeah.
Kim moved to Madison, which is about 2 hours from here. So Kim is no longer with us. She is here in spirit. I miss her terribly.
Yep.
But Kim's husband took a job in Madison, and in order to stay married, she moved. Well, she did.
Well, yes. There is rumor, though, that maybe she might be making an appearance here in a few weeks.
I'd love to see her again.
There might be a Nib Noobs reunion, perhaps. So, and Jason, the other Nib Noob, he got married and took a job literally
closer to his house,
across the street from his house.
Yep.
So
we did get to see Kim and Jason at Jason's wedding not too long ago, but we didn't get to spend much time with Jason because I don't know, he was doing that
stuff.
Groom thing. So, but it was good to see Kim and Nico.
Yep, yeah. So there might be stay tuned for more details. There may be a little reunion coming up.
Oh my God! So. All right. What brand of pen could you not live without? Oh my God!
Whoever wrote that said
mine would be Pilot.
Their brand would be Pilot. What would your brand be?
You know, this is one of those I refuse to just pick one.
You gotta pick one.
Well, it's like kids. You can't just pick one.
Fire.
I'm just gonna grab my Pilots and my Sailors and my Platinums. And my Retros.
Good job on narrowing it down, honey. Good job.
I do love the Vanishing Point. All my different Vanishing Points. I have a couple limited editions.
Yeah, that's tough.
I love my Sailors. One of my favorites is the white with rose gold. I love that.
I would normally say Sailor, but I do like those Rod and Vanishing Points.
Okay.
Those would be the first 4 I would save.
How about your Oscarson?
Oh crap.
Pretty much anything Japanese and Retro 51 would probably have to be my single brand. Oh, come on. You know, I hate questions like that because nobody ever really picks. Except maybe like Eric, and even then his one pen to...
Well, you know, I tell you what, if we reword the question, if the house was on fire, I would grab the small pen chest that's on top of the big pen chest.
The one your grandfather made.
The one my grandfather made.
Okay.
And then that would be it, because there are some exceedingly rare pens in there. I can buy most of the pens that I own now that are my daily users. I can rebuy those if need be.
Okay.
So, anyway, next question.
Wow. All right, I got to get more organized, because apparently we're planning a fire.
No.
Do you find that cartridges travel better, leak less, than converter or piston fill pens when experiencing changes in air pressure? Well, it's very similar to the flying.
I wouldn't say any better.
No, I haven't.
As long as they're full. Now, the one nice advantage of a cartridge is if you fill it with a syringe, you can get it. You can pretty much eliminate any air.
You can fill it fuller.
You can fill it fuller. Because the deciding factor there is the air that's in the converter or the cartridge,
right,
which at changes in air pressure can cause it to expand and cause leaking. So if you're filling with a syringe, like I often do with my vanishing points to fill the cartridges, you actually have a better chance of not having a problem.
Well, the other thing is that it's easier to travel with cartridges. You can just put them in a little baggie and just pull it out, fly, pop one in.
We actually have a bag that we keep with us in our box that has Pilot, Sailor, and Platinum cartridges. And I refill it every couple of shows, and then if we ever run out of cartridges for any of those 3 brands, we are pretty much covered.
Awesome. All right, last one. Why do some manufacturers handle their customer service issues themselves instead of allowing the customer to deal with the retailer? I hate to say, this is a really good question.
It is a good question.
This is a really good question. I know occasionally, and we don't have that many issues with that many pens, but a lot of times the manufacturers want to be able to keep track of what goes wrong.
Yep.
Whether it's a customer error that is based on a design flaw, or if it truly is, like TWSBI always handles all of their customer service, and that way they could determine that there was an issue several versions back in the, was it the 530s?
The 530s.
And so then they made corrective changes going forward. So it's not that any given retailer is, you know, pushing you off to the manufacturer and don't want to deal with it. It's that a number of companies prefer to deal with any kind of manufacturing defect so that they can make improvements from there.
Yeah. The other thing is inevitably it has to, most problems have to go back to the manufacturer. So if it came to us, we would have to ship it back to them. So all that does is that ends up adding time on both ends.
Right. So if you send it directly to them,
so you're going to shave at least a week off the time to return. So
exactly. And generally, manufacturers have extra parts, and for 99% of stuff, we don't. Yeah. And so if you need a new nib or you need a new clip or whatever, we don't have it. We'd have to get it from the manufacturer. So it just makes a lot of sense for, in fact, I wish more companies would deal directly with customers when it comes to service issues. But luckily, we don't have that many service issues.
So, but you still contact us. And and we'll do what we can to make sure
to facilitate it.
Whatever's done right. So
cool.
Other news: Michigan Pen Show recap.
We had a little drama this morning.
We had drama. Yes, we did. Number one, you forgot you bought the pen.
I'm tired.
Oh, I didn't bring my little kitty cat.
I know. It's upstairs. So I bought a pen for Brian for
at the last minute too.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like Paul was packing up for one of our end-of-year holidays. We've got our dating anniversary, which is November 1st. Then we have Christmas. And then a couple of years ago, we started New Year's. Aren't you a lucky man?
I know. New Year's has been king of pens over the last 2 years.
All right, well. So I found this pen. Brian loved it. I bought it. And then he asked me this morning.
Promptly lost it.
I did not lose it. I forgot that I bought it. And then I couldn't even picture it.
And then you forgot whether or not you bought it for yourself or you bought it for me.
Yeah, who's it for? Because I looked at some other stuff, and then I couldn't find it. It wasn't in my purse. It wasn't in my tote bag.
So where did you put it?
I put it at the end. So I tucked it down safely away, and then at the end of the night when we were packing up, I put it in the case with the retros.
Oh, okay.
So it was in the hard black case.
Well, let's see this. So this is a Pilot Custom in this really cool pattern.
Although, since you really gave me a hard time about, the pen you bought and I didn't remember, and you're really ragging on me, I should just take it.
I haven't cleaned it yet, but it's got a white gold nib and a broad, which actually looks like a stub.
I can have Linda Kennedy grind that down for me.
Just gonna put that over. No, it's a cool pen. This one's got a little bit obvious signs of usage, but that's okay. It's got the nib that looks like the E95S. It's got that nice big, or the Namiki Sterling.
It's the Sterling, yeah.
But it is Pilot branded. It says Pilot Custom, so it's got the cool old logo on the top.
It does. You did really well at this show because I also bought Brian this. We have a routine that works well for us.
You're going to tell everybody the routine?
No. Yes. Brian finds things and then comes back and says, oh, I found whatever. I need money. And then I'll take the money, I'll find out where it is, and then, because you're just so excited to find something. You don't even negotiate, you don't even ask. It's just like, oh.
Well,
so there was this really pretty jade-colored desk base.
Porcelain, is it?
I think it's ceramic.
Ceramic, yeah.
Some type. But then there's a little black kitty on it.
There's a little black kitty on it.
That reminded us of our
it's got a
late cat book.
nice pen rest in it.
Yeah, it's adorable. And so I ran and bought it, and then of course the big question was, how do we get this delicate thing home? And it fit perfectly in this space we already had, so it was great.
No, I had 2 offers within 30 minutes to buy that.
Really?
We
could have flipped it.
We could have flipped it.
Awesome.
No,
$80.
it's beautiful. It's really a cute little cat.
So in the new office space, we need to put up some glass shelves so you can put that up.
It's already on the glass shelf.
Oh. All right. Well,
I put it up yesterday. I put it up yesterday. So anyway, so yeah, I got that in this pen.
It was with the pen.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, it's a good show. A Michigan Pen Show is typically smaller. We call it a club show because it's run by the club. But it's a Friday, half a Friday, 3 to 7, which I like. I like having time to get in and set up and get everything, organized.
There's no mass chaos first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Well, you don't have the public coming in while you're setting up.
Yeah.
And the public is just excited to be there, and then they come, and inevitably it takes a 2-hour setup and makes it 5.
Yes.
So this works out. We get to set up and get everything done.
And a little shopping.
And a little shopping in there if we can. And in 3 to 7, it goes by quick. And it's not terribly busy like a DC show or a LA show or something like that. But you get a lot of time to talk with people, and that's what's really important at the show.
And the Michigan show is really friendly and happy. People are just excited to be there. People come from the area. They also drive from Chicago and that area. Yep. So you get a good mix. It's not too late in the year, although it seems like we always get crappy weather on the way back.
Yep.
But it's just a friendly, laid-back show, and that's one of the things we love about it. It's also close. It's only 500 miles, 8 hours.
There's a lot of vintage, but there's also some what I would call semi-modern. I mean, we ran into some. We were this close to buying a couple of limited edition Vanishing Points from a number of years ago.
We were?
Yes. Oh, this close, not.
Okay.
So
we were.
There were some limited Vanishing Points. Paul Arano's got some kind of semi-modern stuff. That's pretty cool. And
is that what you'd consider yours?
Yeah, this is kind of moving into the vintage category, 1970s maybe. I didn't look at the date code on it, but 77, yeah.
Okay.
So, but there's a lot of good vintage. There are some watches. There's some desk sets. Brian from Edison Pens. Brian and Andrea are there from Edison Pens, so we got some modern pens there. But a lot of good stuff. For a small show, it packs a punch.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's a good size if you are new to pen shows. It's not too crazy. It's not too chaotic. It's there's not much to organize, but it's decently organized. I do love that where we're located, we always have the coffee and water right there by us, which is nice. But they do provide that for everybody. So it's just really a well thought out, happy, friendly show. So
put it on your calendar for next year. It'll be sometime in October. Hopefully the same general time. I like it before the Columbus show.
Yes, so, absolutely.
Speaking of which, Ohio Pen Show
is
coming
this show.
up. I love this show. I'm going to just go out there and I'm going to say this is my favorite pen show of the year for a number of reasons.
More than Dallas?
I like this one more than Dallas.
Because it's the last one?
Number one, it's the last show of the year.
Yes.
And this is 15 for us this year, 15 for me anyway.
For you.
15 pen shows. But it's November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
There are 2 auctions.
2 auctions.
Neither of which I'm going to.
Okay.
Unless Terry asks me to work.
You're probably not going to. You usually get out of this one.
Yeah.
Usually get out of this one. So in Thursday night auction, if you can get there Thursday, there are some deals in that auction.
See, now you're just giving away all your secrets.
Yeah, but most people can't come on Thursday.
Okay.
I don't.
So it's like a tease.
Is it? Well,
you're really mean. Thursday is more of the bagged lots, not quite discovery, not quite perfect. needs a little work.
Yep.
And then the Saturday auction. Repairman's Special, there you go. Saturday is the more finished.
Creme de la creme.
Sometimes.
Last year I got you a couple of nice vanishing points.
You did.
I stayed till the bitter end on those. My goodness. I spent more on you than I spent on me.
What's your point?
I don't even remember what I bought. I think I bought a more safety.
I have a list.
You have a I bet you do. You're keeping track,
I am. So the Ohio Pen Show, great show.
Was it $5 a day to get in?
I think so.
That's insane.
2 rooms. We're always in the small ballroom. And then you've got the entire hallway, which has vendors on one side. Then you get to the bend, and then you have vendors on both sides of the hallway before you even get into
the big room.
The big room.
Yep.
So it's really good.
So, and I will say too,
Will you?
The Ohio Pen Show, the auctions, regarding the auctions, historically they've been all vintage pens, but lately they've been squeaking in some more modern and semi-modern pens. So
they're all from your collection. I just keep giving him pens to sell.
No, they're not.
He's not going to notice this one.
But if you've neglected going to the pen, if you go to the Ohio Pen Show and you've neglected going to the auction, thinking that it's all primarily vintage pens and you're not into that, you need to at least take a look, because there have been some vanishing points. There have been some
don't tell anybody.
Some modern Japanese stuff, some modern Conway Stewart, Schaefer. I mean, there's been some modern stuff, and some of it's really cool, and it goes for a good price. So you ought to check those out. So anyway, it's November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. We leave next week already.
I know, but it's the last one.
It's the last show. It's going to be a blast. I love it.
Awesome.
So. We've got some events coming up that we want to let everybody know about, and mark your calendars. Let's see, here in Appleton, Tuesday, December 11th.
Okay.
John Lane, Pilot USA. We are hopefully going to have 100th anniversary pens. Actually, we're getting 100th anniversary pens next month, mid-November. But if we have them left, we'll have them at the show here, December 11th, here in Appleton.
Okay.
We have 4 events scheduled for Chicago.
Do you know we have a store in Chicago?
We've got a store in Chicago.
We do.
Yeah, if you're planning on or planning to visit the Chicago area, stop by our store on the ground floor of the Palmer House Hilton. We're open 7 days a week. Our Chicago website is chicagodynastypens.com. Anyway, so I just got that out of the way for you. Anyway, Friday, November 30th and Saturday, December 1st. Kerry Yeager, Mr. Fountain Pen Day himself, representing Kenro. So we're going to have Esterbrook, we're going to have Aurora, we're going to have Montegrappa.
I know.
I will see if maybe he can bring some U-boat, but bring some watches. But anyway,
and then he's taking them home.
He'll probably take them home.
Yes.
So Friday, November 30th and December 1st, Saturday, December 1st, Kerry's going to be at the store. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Then we've got
the next week.
I know, you're going to be gone a lot. I get the bed to myself. I get the whole coffee pot. Friday and Saturday, the December 7th and 8th, Ken Jones from Jaffa will be at the Chicago store.
So we're going to have all sorts of stuff. Diplomat, Stipula, Peniter, Conklin, Monteverdi, everything and anything. Last time he brought
Kenny comes loaded for bear.
So many cases, we covered the top of almost every case.
That was...
Yeah, so it was pretty insane.
Yes. And then...
the next week.
The following week, so December 11th, John Lane will be in Appleton. And then Wednesday, Brian and John together in my car drive to Chicago. God, I wish I could be in the car. That'd be so much double trouble.
Double trouble.
Pilot will be at the Chicago store Wednesday and Thursday, December 12th and 13th. And John will have some really amazing
stuff. Some good stuff. We should have the 100th anniversary Emperor with us. We should have the 100th anniversary Meiji Maru, if there are any left. Like I say, those pens are coming in roughly mid-November. And so if we sell them, we sell them. If not, we'll have them for sure at the show. But that's going to be exciting. Then
you're just staying. And Friday and Saturday, the 14th and 15th, is Michael from Visconti.
Yep.
And
lots of new Visconti products that we haven't brought in yet, so that's going to be exciting.
I'm jealous of that too.
He might bring some watches too, but we'll see. Well, he brought some last time.
I know. I'm going to have to talk to him.
Maybe not, I don't know.
Should be exciting. Right before Christmas, stop in. Even if none of these are on your wish list or your grail list, come in and just look at them and hold them. Some of these are just amazing, amazing pens.
Yeah, it's good to see in person, give you an idea anyway, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be, generally speaking, check out the website. Generally speaking, it's 12 to 5 during the week, and Saturdays are 10 to 3, I think is what we're doing. So, but noon to 5, and if we stay late, we stay late. I think for pilot, we might stay a little bit later.
Okay.
But we'll see. Just follow the website and make sure you're on the mailing list, and we'll give you all the details as they come.
Chicago.andersonpens.com.
There you go. So, is there anything else you got for this week?
I bought you a pen, I bought you a desk set, you accused me of losing it. I think we're done.
I think that's
What'd you buy
this
for
week.
me?
I can't tell you. I bought you something for our anniversary.
Ooh, okay.
At
the show?
No. I think that's it for this week. Thanks so much for joining us. Tune in next week for more talk about pens, ink, and paper. Follow our blog for news, ink reviews, and all sorts of other stuff. And follow us on our social media as Anderson Pens.
And our 300th podcast is coming up. Do us a favor, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll love you forever.
See you next time.